Breaking news coming in, viewers. We're getting to know from top sources in the government that Prime Minister Modi and Donald Trump will be spending at least 4 to 5 hours with each other at the White House. This is extremely significant. It will be around 3 p.m. US time and around midnight in India that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will drive into the White House. There will be a photo opportunity. There will be press from the US and India. Even Republic TV will be going inside. We're one of the few news channels which will be inside and getting you exclusive information about the Modi-Trump handshake. There will be widespread discussions. There will be a one-on-one meeting between Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well, followed by delegation-level talks. Both the sides will sit down for a bilateral dialogue. There will be press statements and a strong joint statement as well. There is a reception that is being hosted by the White House for the Indian delegation, followed by a dinner. We're learning that very top officials from both sides will be present. We're learning that James Mattis, who is the Secretary of Defense, he will be calling on the Prime Minister shortly. You have the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, who will also be calling on the Prime Minister. When the two delegations talk, you will have Navteej Sarna, the Indian ambassador, the Foreign Secretary, Subramaniam Jaishankar, and you'll also have the NSA on the Indian side. On the American side, you'll have Wilbur Ross, the Commerce Secretary, James Mattis, Rex Tillerson, and other White House officials, along with the US President. So we're really building up to that big meeting that is going to take place in a couple of hours from now. Let's now try and listen in to the former. Let's listen in now to Nisha Biswal, somebody who's very familiar with the US administration. She worked with President Obama. She was the Deputy Assistant Secretary of State in the US government. Let's listen in to her viewers.
I do think that the joint statement will reflect the longstanding concerns that have been reflected in prior joint statements that will address issues of concern on terrorism and cross-border terrorism.
More breaking information right now, and this is on the joint statement that the two leaders will be issuing after those 4 or 5 hours of talks. We're learning that there will be a very strong paragraph on the issue of cross-border terror. The Prime Minister has really set the tone with his message to the Indian community, where he compared India to Pakistan and said that we're a country which really goes by international norms. We respect UN Security Council resolutions, but Pakistan does not. And surgical strikes, that is something that India had every right to carry out. So it is quite clear that Prime Minister is going to brief Donald Trump about the situation in Pakistan. We're also told by officials in the Ministry of External Affairs that the discussions will not only be limited to Pakistan, there will be discussions on the situation in Afghanistan and the global terror situation. The Prime Minister would try and send out a message that India is a more mature country. We're not obsessed with Pakistan. We're not only obsessed with one issue. We are a country which is concerned about global terrorism. The